Bolt came out in the year 2008, and this movie is the 45th movie in the Disney classic franchise. This movie includes the likes of Miley Cyrus, John Travolta, Grace Moretz, and even the Macho Man as a voiceover. The movie is about a girl called Penny, who ironically has a dog called Bolt. I know, and they're in a TV show called Bolt, and if you've not guessed it yet, it is about the dog called Bolt. However, the dog used within the TV series actually thinks that he has the superpowers that he has in the show. He then goes sort of rogue as he thinks Penny has actually been kidnapped. However, that was just a show. However, when trying to, rescue Penny, he finds out that he's in a TV studio and that things aren't quite as it seems, and ends up accidentally falling into a cardboard box and gets shipped all the way to New York, halfway across USA, and has to get back to Penny to, What I liked then about this movie is that this is one of the best written animated stories I've ever seen, and so underrated. This movie is so underrated compared to all the other Disney movies out there, the likes of fucking Alice in the Wonderland that everyone wanks off into oblivion. This movie is on another level in terms of that, as it is so underrated, as the whole premises around this story is the fact that it's a dog who grew up on a TV show who believes everything that he has done and that he has accomplished, as he thinks that he is this superhuman dog set out to protect Penny, and the only objective of his life is to protect Penny, as that's what the show is about, him protecting Penny from all the dangerous people after Penny's father gets kidnapped, and he, the dog, has to protect Penny and save Penny from any danger whatsoever. And this movie is all about the dog realizing that he is not this superhuman dog, and that he's in fact a normal dog, being sort of mind fucked by this idea that he is superhuman after growing up on set all these years, and he actually thinks that he's got these powers, which is actually great to see that he is able to change his mind by meeting some great characters in this movie, as he meets Mittens, who teaches him, who is a cat by the way, teaches him how to become a dog and how to become normal again, and how to get rid of this idea that he's a superhuman dog. And it honestly grows some great character building between Mittens and Bolt, as they sort of hate each other at first, as Mittens gets dragged along with Bolt until they become really good friends and really good pals. And Mittens basically teaches him how to live his normal life rather than live a Hollywood life of him being this superhuman dog, and that he is in fact not superhuman, he's real, he's a normal dog. However, they are reunited once again, as obviously Bolt goes back to his origins of protecting Penny. Moving on though, I also really enjoyed the solid animation in this movie, as this isn't really mentioned, but I also think for its time this was great, and that this helped the story grow, in my opinion, because imagine this movie with the 90s Disney classic animation, it just wouldn't have worked. And same with if you would have put Aladdin in this animation, I don't think it would have come off as good. And that's what I think about this movie. It was set in the right time and was made at the right moment, that we got indulged into this animation. It looked more realistic, and this animation still holds up to this day with the incredible likes of Boss Baby, which we've done a review on, so go check that out in the description. So let's get into some of the cast members then. So the cast members were fantastic. You had the likes of Miley Cyrus and Grace Moretz playing the role of Penny, and one playing the younger version, one playing the normal version, and these two were fantastic. They really brought the character together and brought the character alive, as in a way in which they could only do, and they were sort of the voice of this. And I didn't really realise, same with the likes of Bolt being played by John Travolta, that these main celebrities and stars were actually in this movie. I was like, oh, I'm really loving this, and this just puts the icing on the cake, because I recognised Bolt's voice from somewhere, and I just couldn't put me name to it and put a name to that voice. And it was great to finally look afterwards and go, oh, that was John Travolta, that was Miley Cyrus. No wonder why this movie was good. And yeah, this just encapsulated the time that this was made, as they both gave the voices to this character fantastically. And Miley Cyrus was on the top of her game at this time, doing the likes of Hannah Montana and things like that. So no wonder why this was absolutely fantastic. Also, you had the likes of Macho Man Randy Savage playing a thug, which was awesome. You had several other key stars as well, but like I said, even with Macho Man, I didn't realise he was in this movie until I was like, what, Macho Man Randy Savage? I'm pretty sure I know my WWE, and I'm pretty sure he wasn't in there, but I was like, oh, yes he is, and checked it. He plays like a thug's voice and everything, in which I only thought he was in the likes of the Spider-Man 1 movie, I think, and you know, that's the only thing I thought he was in terms of movies. But watching this, I was like, yo, Macho Man's in this, it's got to be good. To summarise this Disney classic movie, then, the 45th movie goes down for me as one of the underrated gems in the Disney classic series, and is clearly one of my favourite animated movies of all time now. So I'm going to rate this a classic film and an 8.1 out of 10. Let me know down in the comments if you agree or disagree with anything I've said in this video. Also, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to be alerted to all the new content this channel creates. And I shall see you guys in the next one. Laters.